Nishmas Etta is Perik Gimel, Mishna Beis. So the theme in this Perik is that Machleksin, the Chachamim, and Reb Deisa. So we're going to continue with 3 Machleksin in Mishna Beis and 2 more Machleksin in Mishna Gimel. Mishna Beis, Oichel Parad Eina Mitzdaref. If you have food that is separated, but yet next to each other. So over here is the Machlekes. The Ravid learns that this is similar to the Mishnah in Tyrus, Periches, Mishnah Ches, where over there only Reb Doisa's Shita is quoted. And over there he says that Oichel Parid is Eina Mitzdaref, meaning the halacha is that to be Metame Acherim, in order for Oichel to be Metame Acherim, it has to be the share of a Kebeya. And the question is, these different particles of food, which is attached by a liquid, that's the Nikuda in the Mishnah over there in Tyrus, could it add up to be a Kebeya? So Reb Doisa says that it can't be, and therefore would not be Metam Acherim, and the Chacham Mitzdaref that it could be Metam Acherim. The Rambam learns that it's talking about without liquid in between, that just you were mechanis, different kernels of food together, like different nuts, so they could be mitzaref to the share of a kebeya to be metam achirim. The second nekuda machlekes of Deisa and Chacham in the Mishnah is about being mechala ma'aser sheni al asimin. The pasuk says v'tzarta hakesef inasan biyadecha, that it has to be on a coin. When you mechala peres ma'aser sheni, it has to be on a coin. And there's a machlekes of Deisa and the Chachamim, is an asimin considered a davar sheyesh beitzura or not? The Gemara B'Metzia Mem Zayin Amabez says that an asimin is a pulsa, and over there on Mem Daled Amen Aleph there's a machlekes Rashi and Taisis. Rashi says it's a davar she'ein beitzura klal, and Rabbeinu Tam says that it has a tzura, but it's not in a yotze beitzah. It's not used so frequently in Eitzah. And that's the machlekes over here. Is this considered v'tzarta kesef biyadecha? Is this considered something which is nitzer biyad? And the third machlekes in the Mishnah is matbilin yadayim lechatas divrei Reb Doisa v'cham oimrim in nitmu yadav nitma gufa. So this is negeya a Mishnah in Chagiga in the second parak, where over there it says that for chulin and meiser all you need is netilas yadayim. If your hand becomes tamei, all you need to do is do netilas yadayim. And for truma is the same thing. But for kachim, it's not good enough with netilas yadayim. You need tfilas yadayim. And now the shaila is, what about for meichatas? So for Mechatas, the Mishnah over there says, Stama, the Milsa of the Mishnah says, like the Chachamim, that im nitmu yadav, nitma gufay, that if your hands become tameh, you have to do a full tefillah, not even tefillas yadayim, you have to do tefillas, the kol guf tzricha tefillah, and this is a maila, a chumrah, legabe Mechatas, in order to be mazeh, the efer apara, you have to be totally tar, so even if your hands become tameh with one of the things that's mitama, only the yadayim and not the guf, like a vlada tumah or a sefer, or any other tumah that's midrabanan, still we say nitma guf, and you have to be toivel in the mikvah your whole guf. And Reb Doisa argued and said, no, even for a chatas, it's just like kachim, where all you have to do is tefilas hayad. Mishnah Gimel. May avtiach v'knivas yerek shel truma. So this is a shayla in hilchus trumas, something that's not a oichel, doesn't have a din of truma. But what about the inside of a watermelon or avtiach, the seeds, the juice, and the knivas yerek is like shearings of the vegetable. So the machlekes Reb Doisa and the Chachamim is that have a shame truma. And this mission in Eduyos is brought in the Rishalmi, in the 11th parak over there, and over there the Gemara says, Rabbi Yochanan says, Lo yishanu elo b'knuas yerek shel ganonin, aval knuas yerek shel balabayis, af rabbanan moide. That even the rabbanan that hold over here, that it has a shame truma, they were only talking about ganonin, where they used to shave off lots of yerek, which was taka roi lachila, but a balabayis was very careful, and what was bad was taka bad. So those knuvas yerek that they're so bad, even the rabbanan are going to be masking, it's not considered oichel, and it wouldn't be truma. The Gemara also says that the machlekes is dafka by truma, but not by trumas meiser, because trumas meiser is measured specifically. So since it's measured out, even Reb Doisa would be maskim that it would have a shame truma, because it was already, you were already counting that in your cheshbon of the trumas meiser, and therefore it would be have a shame truma. And the last machlekes is legabe reishes hagez, that the halacha is if you have a certain amount of sheep, as machlekes beishan beisili, either 2 sheep or 5 sheep. So then, now there's a machlekes how much wool, how much of the value of wool is on the sheep, and then you give of that wool, you would give a 60th to the kohen. So how much is the value of the sheep that's on these? How much is the value of the wool that's on these sheep, on these 5 sheep? Let's go. We're going to Beis Hillel. It's 5 sheep. So the Reb Daisa says, "Chamesh shechos gzuz mono pras chayeves bereishis agez." Each sheep has a mono pras. So a mana is either 25 sela or it's 40 sela. So let's assume that Reb Daisa is going that it's 25 sela. So then a mana upras, a pras always means a half, so it's 1.5. So altogether is 37.5 sela times 5. So altogether, the 5 sheep have 187.5 sela worth of wool on it. And the Chacham argue and they say, Chamesh rucheles gezuzes kolshein. So on this sheet of kolshein is machlokes amiroim in Chulin on daf kuf lamed zayin amud beis. Rav Lamaskana and Shmuel hold that each sheep had 12 sela. Altogether, the 5 sheep had 60 sela, and you would give 1/60th to the kohen, so the kohen would get 1 sela. And if you had more sheep, then the Gemara said, then the Mishnah says a chashav amount to give to the kohen is 5 sela. But if all you have is the minimum amount, which is 60 sela, then you give 1/60th to the kohen, which is 1 sela. Rabbi Yechanan over there argued, and he said that the minimum share is much less. The kol shehein is only 6 sela, and also he holds that you give to the kohen more. He holds that you give 5 sela to the kohen. And the third sheet over there is Rabbi Lazar, and he holds that altogether all you need is 1 sela. So then the kohen obviously would get very little, even, I don't know if it would be, he doesn't say if it would be a 60th, or but even whatever we get, obviously would have to be less than even 1 sela.